Tell me, child, have you ever wondered why the brightest souls often walk alone while the crowd gathers in comfort? Have you ever wondered why some of the most gifted, most radiant, most extraordinary people always seem to walk alone? Let me tell you a truth that may sting at first, but will free you in the end. When you are chosen, you cannot sit in every circle, you cannot dine at every table, and you cannot let just anyone have access to your spirit, because chosen ones carry a light so fierce, so rare, that too much company can dim it, too many voices can confuse it, and too much noise can bury it. The crowd loves comfort. The crowd craves sameness. But chosen ones are not called to blend in. They are called to break chains, to shift atmospheres, to carry a vision that burns too hot for ordinary hearts to understand. Imagine a fire burning in the middle of the night. If too many hands try to warm themselves at it, the flame begins to shrink, the heat begins to scatter, and eventually the fire dies. That is what happens to a chosen one who surrounds themselves with too many people. The flame died. That was meant to guide nations becomes a flicker barely able to light its own path. But destiny is jealous, purpose is possessive, and the calling on your life will not allow itself to be silenced by the chatter of the crowd. This is why solitude follows you. This is why doors close. This is why certain friendships fall away. It is not betrayal. It is not rejection. It is refinement. You are being guarded, separate, and set apart so that your flame is not wasted on those who only seek warmth without ever learning to carry fire of their own. And though this separation may ache, though you may long for companionship that feels safe, deep within you are not like everyone else. You hear what others ignore, you see what others overlook, and you feel what others dismiss. That is the burden and the blessing of being chosen. So when you find yourself walking alone, do not think of it as punishment. Think of it as protection, think of it as preparation. Think of it as the quiet furnace where your greatness is being formed. Because the chosen are not called to fit in with many. They are called to rise and lead the few. Do you know why storms always seem to find certain people while others live untouched in the sunshine? It is because the chosen ones are built for battles that ordinary hearts could never survive. When destiny marks you, you become a magnet for trials, not because life seeks to destroy you, but because it seeks to strengthen you. The storms you face are not accidents, they are assignments. Every struggle, every betrayal, every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer is not there to break you. It is there to shape you. But here lies the secret: not everyone can stand in the storm with you. Some will love you when the sky is clear, when the blessings are falling, when the laughter is easy. But the moment the winds rise and the rain beats down, they will scatter, leaving you with nothing but your faith, your fire, and your unshakable will to keep standing. And that is exactly how it must be. Because storms reveal who is real. Storms separate the temporary from the timeless. Storms carve away the shallow so that only the strong remain. When you are chosen, you cannot be around a lot of people because most are not equipped to weather what you are carrying. They would complain where you must persevere. They would quit where you are called to endure. They would crumble under the weight that you were born to lift. So life, in its infinite wisdom, removes them before the storm comes, leaving you to walk through the tempest alone. At first, it feels like abandonment, but in time you understand it is divine protection. Because when the lightning flashes and the thunder roars, the chosen one learns something the crowd will never know. Power is born in pressure, strength is born in solitude, and destiny is birthed in the middle of storms that seem impossible to survive. So when you find yourself standing in the rain with no one beside you, do not curse the storm. Do not question why others left. Smile, lift your face to the heavens, and whisper to your soul, "This is what I was built for." Because the chosen are not destroyed by storms, they are defined by Them? What if I told you that the very silence you run from is the silence that will save you? Chosen ones cannot be around a lot of people because their true power that is not found in applause or chatter. It is found in stillness, in the sacred solitude where purpose whispers its secrets. The world shouts with 1,000 voices, each pulling you in a different direction, but destiny speaks softly, and only the quieted soul can hear it. That is why the chosen are often pulled away, set apart, left in rooms where no one comes, placed in seasons where the phone does not ring, where the crowd forgets your name. It feels like abandonment, but it is really alignment. For it is in those lonely hours that you learn to listen, to sharpen your vision, to see beyond what ordinary eyes can see. Think of the eagle, majestic and fierce. It does not soar in flocks like sparrows. No, it flies alone, climbing higher into the thin air where only the strong can breathe. And from that height, the eagle sees what others cannot. It strikes with precision that others envy. The chosen are much the same. Your solitude is not weakness. It is training ground. It is the place where your character is forwarded, where your vision becomes clear, where your voice gains authority. Crowds can celebrate you, but they cannot instruct you. Friends may cheer you on, but they cannot shape your destiny. Only silence can do that. And so life will pull you away, not because it wishes you harm, but because it wishes you greatness. You will be asked to sit in the quiet, to wrestle with your own doubts, to face the weight of your calling alone. And though it may break you, it will also build you, because the chosen cannot be taught in noise. They must be refined in silence. So the next time you find yourself surrounded by nothing but your own heartbeat, do not fear it, do not despise it. Lean into it, breathe into it, embrace it. For in that stillness, your destiny is sharpening its sword, your greatness is drawing its first breath, and your crown is being prepared for the day the world finally sees you. Oh, do you know why life keeps pulling you away from certain people, closing doors you thought would stay open, and cutting ties you believed would last forever? It is because separation is not your curse, it is your crown. The chosen cannot be around a lot of people because their destiny demands distinction, and distinction cannot be birthed in the crowd. The crowd teaches you how to blend in, but your calling is to stand out. Separation feels cruel at first. It feels like rejection, like abandonment, like being forgotten in the shadows. But hidden in that silence is a divine strategy. For every time life removes someone from your circle, it is making space for clarity, for growth, for the strength you will need when your time arrives. Think of gold. Before it shines, it is extracted, taken out from the earth, separated from dirt and stone, then refined in fire until it gleams with value undeniable. That is what separation does to the chosen one. It strips away distractions, it burns away the unnecessary. It polishes your soul until your worth can no longer be denied. And yes, it is painful. Yes, you will weep for the friendships that fade, the love that walks away, the comfort that crumbles. But hear me clearly, every loss was making room for your crown. Because the chosen are not meant to walk hidden forever. The day comes when the very solitude that once felt like nodder, exile becomes the throne room where your greatness is revealed. And when that day comes, you will understand why you could not stay with the many, why you had to walk with the few, why you sometimes had to walk with no one at all. You were being prepared to carry weight others could not bear, to rise to heights others could not reach, to shine with a brilliance others could not contain. So when separation comes, do not shrink, do not curse, do not cling to what life is tearing away. Instead, lift your head, straighten your back, and whisper to yourself, "This is not my loss. This is my crown." For the chosen are not broken by separation, they are crowned by it, so stand tall, chosen one. Do not curse the silence, do not fear the solitude. For it is in the quiet, away from the crowd, that your crown is forged. And when the world finally beholds you, they will understand. Your separation was your strength, your destiny was your design, and nothing, no crowd, no noise, no hand can stop what has already been written for you.